critically acclaimed game, Metal Gear Solid Survive, which is a zombie game set in an alternate universe. I am kidding. That game is bad. It is not canon. But that is when this happens. That's when that zombie game happens. So Snake rescues Miller and stuff, and they get off. And as they're flying away, Paz wakes up and says, "Actually, there's a second bomb. You idiots, you fools!" And she doesn't want to hurt Snake, so she throws herself out of the helicopter. But she blows up like just as she gets out, and the helicopter goes into a spin and collides into a pursuing helicopter. Snake, Miller, and Huey Emmerich are the only survivors. Paz gets captured. No, Paz is dead as fuck. My bad. And there are some audio tapes that reveal that Huey actually is the reason this happened. Like, he betrayed Snake and all of that. So that was Ground Zeroes, which leads into 1 year later, the Phantom Pain. So after Mother Base is destroyed, actually no, this is 9 years later. Big Boss Snake awakes from a coma in a hospital with a spike in his head. Right? Like
I've played this one.
Yeah, some shrapnel from the bomb hit him in the head.
Time to play Final.
And he's been in a coma.
Play Metal Gear Solid 1.
He's been in a coma for 9 years.
I'm playing Metal Gear Solid.
That's Pog. So an assassin comes after him as he wakes up, a Cypher assassin named Quiet, who actually is just a assassin right now. Later becomes
what is Metal Gear Solid 1 on?
Like the NES?
Really? Is it good?
Just start with 3. Play 3. Play Peace Walker. Then play 5. That is actually the best experience you're going to get.
Peace Walker?
3 Peace Walker.
What, 3? 5. I don't like 5.
5's good. Anyways, 3 is the best game. Like, absolutely. It's fucking so good. It's so funny. Peace Walker's also great. After, like, he's, like, rescued by, like, this heavily bandaged guy who was in the bed next to him named Ishmael. And they escape from 2 superhumans, the Third Child and the Man on Fire. The Third Child is actually kind of... what's that dude's name? Mantis something? Psycho Mantis, the psychic that can read your save data to tell if you've been playing Mario Bros. Recently. And he will taunt you. By the way, in order to defeat him, you have to unplug your controller from slot 1 and put it into slot 2 so he can't read your mind anymore. And then you can beat him. That's how you beat Psycho Mantis. So you're fighting Psycho Mantis as a kid, because this all takes place before Metal Gear Solid 2, I think. It's like Psycho Mantis as a kid and the Man on Fire, who is actually secretly Volgin from Metal Gear Solid 3, the guy that died from lightning. Big Boss loses sight of Ishmael, and Revolver Ocelot rescues him, and he gets brought aboard Diamond Dogs, which live on an offshore rig near the Seychelles. This new mercenary group was founded by Kazuhiro Miller for the express purpose of protecting Snake. So Big Boss adopts the codename Venom Snake. We're here. And begins looking for Cypher, and he becomes involved in the Soviet-Afghan and the Angolan civil wars when he recruits Quiet, who we don't know is the assassin that tried to kill him at the start of the game, but who is half-Plan. who drinks water through her skin, does photosynthesis, doesn't eat, legally can't wear clothes because if she did, she couldn't breathe, and is all around the best companion in any video game I've ever played. So, Huey Emmerich and a guy named Code Talker, who's actually a Native American Navajo expert on parasites, who's like
Shut
80
up.
years,
Shut up.
who's actually
How are you
like
not done?
he's actually
What
like
game are you
90.
on?
He's like the fourth one.
What?
He's actually like 80 years old and has a huge love for hamburgers, saying that they're God's food because of the wheat, the bread, the meat, the lettuce, the tomato, everything about it comes together to give you all of the animal, all of the food triangle in one bite. And
There's no food
Kazuhira
triangle,
Miller,
dumbass.
I don't know what the fuck, man. I don't know what he said.
Pyramid?
Anyway, that's what I said.
You said
Um,
triangle.
it's pretty much the same thing. So Kazuhira Miller, hoping to impress Code Talker, the 80-year-old Navajo burger and parasite expert, starts a burger chain named Miller's Burgers, I believe, or something. Anyway, so he uses Code Talker as a tasting expert for his new burger recipe until eventually settling on the Frankenburger, which is a burger that has been genetically modified and filled with artificial flavoring and preservatives to be objectively the tastiest thing ever eaten by man. It's purple and disgusting, and Navajo rates it a 9 out of 10. Kazuhira Miller, after embezzling funds from the
Oh,
mercenary operation in order
alright.
to found his burger chain, then launches nationwide the Frankenburger, which is rejected by the FDA. So Snake also captures a small child named Eli, who is actually British. Psych, he's actually Liquid Snake, but a kid, and you don't know that yet. He's also leading a band of child soldiers in Africa. You can burn them to death with a Molotov cocktail. The game will yell at you and end. Um, a DNA test confirms that Venom Snake and Liquid Snake, Eli, are not genetically related. Haha, great, right?
That's a problem.
Snake learns that Cypher's leader, Major Zero, was actually usurped, and XOF is a rogue faction of Cypher. And the leader is Skullface, who considers Cypher's plan to unite the world for peace as the same as making the world culturally American. So he's going to obliterate every culture that isn't American. So he releases a unique parasite that kills anyone who speaks.
Drake niggas.
He plans to release a unique parasite that kills anyone who speaks English. He's infected Quiet with this parasite and his elite soldiers. Skullface's elite soldiers, the Skulls. After releasing the English parasite, he's going to give nuclear weapons to everybody because he thinks that nuclear deterrence will stop them from actually being used while still protecting the integrity of every culture. However, he will secretly retain remote control of the weapons. He intends to use the threat of the latest Metal Gear system known as ST-84 Sahelanthropus to make nuclear weapons desirable again, but he can't get it to work. He's dependent on the third child's psychic abilities to manipulate. During one of the tests, the third child goes rogue and turns against Skullface, having Sahelanthropus seriously wound him and crush the man on fire. Snake defeats Sahelanthropus, but he's only able to recover one of Skullface's 3 parasite vials. One is missing, and the other is taken by the third child and given to Eli. Skullface is left to die by Snake and Miller, but Huey shoots him in the head anyway. The Diamond Dogs return to their base with Sahelanthropus. Following their return, Eli, the third child, and the child soldiers from Africa steal Sahelanthropus and flee the base. It transpires that the third child was not consciously working for Skullface, but his psychic powers enthrall him to the will of the most vengeful person nearby, meaning that Sahelanthropus' attack was instigated by Eli. An epidemic of parasites occur on base, forcing Snake to personally kill many of his own men to contain it. To honor them, he has their cremated remains turned into diamonds that he carries into battle. Huey is accused of causing the epidemic while attempting to mutate the parasites to sell as weapons. Alongside suspicion of his role in the original mercenary team's destruction and evidence that he murdered his wife, Dr. Strangelove, while arguing over using their son, Otacon, in experiments, Snake exiles him from Diamond Dogs. Quiet disappears in Afghanistan shortly after, and Code Talker reveals that Quiet had the English strain parasite and she was going to spread it, but swifted allegiance to Snake because he's cool and epic. So she didn't talk to prevent an outbreak. Huey's mutation of the parasite convinced Quiet that she could not safely guarantee Diamond Dogs, and she runs away. Snake finds her and helps her fight off the Soviet army, and they defeat a bunch of dudes, but they're forced to hide in a sandstorm. Snake is like chilling when Quiet, who's like passed out from like her wounds, is about to be bitten by a venomous snake, like a rattlesnake or something, and this one isn't. Oh, by the way, whenever you eat a snake in Metal Gear Solid 3 or eat anything, Snake rates how delicious it is, with snakes usually earning a tasty. This snake was not tasty. It bit Snake, Big Boss even, and Big Boss starts to die without treatment. So Quiet, who has the English parasite that will kill her and most of the world, has to use the radio to call in English, and then runs away to avoid causing, like the end of the world. It's revealed that Venom Snake, the guy we've been following this entire time as Big Boss, the Snake from Metal Gear Solid 3, isn't him. It's not him. We lied to you.
My game just crashed.
You're playing as the medic that was next to Snake, who got plastic surgery to look like Snake. And the brain damage from the shrapnel was Snake. The bandaged guy, Ishmael, in the hospital was the real Big Boss, who later goes to become the United States president. During the stuff happening, Venom Snake, who is Big Boss, that dies in Metal Gear Solid 1, instigates the uprising that causes the events of Metal Gear Solid 1, where he's killed by Solid Snake, who is a clone of the original Snake, Naked Snake.
My game just crashed. I have to re-log into Final Fantasy. I do have like 20 things running right now, so honestly makes a little bit sense.
And a lot happens until Metal Gear Solid 1, which I already went over, and then it's Metal Gear Solid 2 Solid Snake, which I also already went over. The reason that Venom Snake died in Metal Gear Solid 1 and then survived to appear in Metal Gear Solid 2 was because it was actually the medic from Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes who was taking the bomb out of the
Oh my god, this game
got the
is
garbage.
garbage.
Actual boss is literally fine. People called this plot twist by the time of the first trailer because Venom Snake, the medic, was smoking an electronic cigar instead of a real one, and people thought that the boss would never do that. And they were right. Which is why it's Metal Gear Solid Snake, so Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and then there's Metal Gear Solid, which is technically like Metal Gear 3. Anyways, this one's old, and it's probably considered like if you want to start with like the first Metal Gear game, but you don't want to go too far back, Metal Gear Solid's the one to start. It's pretty good. You play as Solid Snake, and you do like a literal fuck ton of stuff. This is the one where Liquid has a heart attack. Metal Gear 1 and Solid. I don't know how to take this. But so it's Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, right? Then it's Metal Gear Solid, and then it's Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Okay? And in Sons of Liberty, what the fuck? Wait, is this the one where you play as Raiden?
This nigga is
Okay, so Snake
some
infiltrates
shit.
a tanker that contains Ray, Metal Gear Ray, which is a new Metal Gear model. But while he's infiltrating, Russians attack, led by Ocelot, who has a new left arm, which is Liquid Snake's left arm after Liquid Snake died in Metal Gear Solid 2 or Metal Gear 2.
This is Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah, this is Metal Gear Solid 2.
We're back.
About Metal Gear
We're back
2,
in.
not Solid. So after Liquid died in that, Ocelot cut his arm off and put it on, and is now psychically controlled by the will of Liquid Snake, who escapes with Metal Gear Ray. 2 years later, an environmental cleanup facility that was erected to clear up the oil spill that happened during this is named like the Big Shell, and they're like all working on it. During a tour by the U.S. President James Johnson, the Sons of Liberty raid the facility, take the president hostage, and threaten to destroy the whole facility. Foxhound's Raiden, who later goes on to become a cyborg ninja in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, is ordered by the Colonel to rescue all the hostages and disarm the terrorists. By the way, you think you're playing as Snake when you're playing as Raiden the entire time. People were mad by this twist. They weren't ready for Metal Gear Solid 5 20 years later. So you need to go rescue the responding members of this Navy SEAL team. Iroquois Pilskin and Peter Stillman help him disable the explosive planted by Fat Man. But the bomb goes off anyway, killing Stillman. Raiden kills Fat Man and encounters a mysterious cyborg ninja, who, by the way, is the one from Metal Gear. Blah, blah, fucking blah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Johnson reveals to Raiden.
Johnson
reveals to Raiden that the United States democratic process is a sham staged by an organization called the Patriots, the Lale Lule Lo, who secretly rule the country. Furthermore, this environmental cleanup facility was a fake to hide Arsenal Gear, a submersible mobile fortress that houses an AI called GW. He explains that the leader of Dead Cell is his predecessor, George Sears, which was a clone of Big Boss. This is the third Big Boss, by the way, named Solid Disc Snake, who's a perfect clone. He has all the dominant and recessive traits. So he's just Big Boss, but like a clone.
Solid what Snake?
Solidus.
This nut. Fuck.
So Raiden takes on Arsenal Gear before Solidus, who reveals he actually was the guy who murdered Raiden's parents and raised him as a child soldier during the Liberian Civil War.
Who's that?
I wish I was him.
And Olga frees Raiden.
Who was that?
It was Luke, explaining that she is a Patriot double agent forced to aid Raiden in exchange for her child's safety. The Colonel begins acting...
Kingdom Hearts next. Kingdom Hearts next.
Hold on.
Oh my god. Kingdom Hearts is so much easier than this.
Miller.
What?
Sasha.
I'm talking to you.
Come on.
I joined just so we could catch up on what the live stream was saying.
What live stream?
Micah.
Are you streaming this?
I'm checking now.
Hold up. What? Wait. Mike is not there. He's with his dog. He didn't hear us say any of that. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my fucking god. He started 20 minutes ago. At some point, he switched. He turned into a VTuber.
No, he was a VTuber the whole time. Just about.
No. At the beginning, at the very beginning. So
Dude, he's been recording you.
So the like Colonel who like is guiding Raiden.
Man, what game are we on?
Oh my, it didn't even...
No, it doesn't even matter what game we're on. You're not even going linearly.
second to last.
So wait, Miller, Micah didn't even hear?
No, he has no idea.
Oh
I
my
don't even
god,
know if he's
I've
saying
been
that.
watching the live stream it, so I joined to see if you guys knew it was streaming.
No, we had no idea.
Yeah, that was really funny.
God damn it, man.
I'm just going to sleep, and I see the live stream's up, so I watch for like 5 minutes, and I've been watching for like the last 20 minutes.
God fucking damn it. So the colonel who's been giving orders to Raiden is actually an AI construct of GW who's been damaged by a virus. Rose tells Raiden that she had been ordered by the Patriots to become his lover and spy on him, and that she's pregnant with his child. Raiden finds Snake, Solid Snake, who had helped Olga capture Raiden so that they could gain entry to the arsenal. Fortune, who's one of the dudes, battles Snake while Raiden's forced into a battle with an AI-controlled or multiple AI-controlled Metal Gear Rays. The virus that's affecting everything causes the Rays to malfunction, and Solidus kills Olga after she told Raiden that she was a double agent. Snake and Raiden are captured, taken to the top of Arsenal by Solidus, Fortune, and Ocelot. Ocelot reveals himself to be a member of the Lale Lule Lo, and that the entire affair was orchestrated by the Patriots to artificially replicate a soldier, Raiden, to be on par with Solid Snake, titled the S3 Plan. Ocelot kills Fortune before he is again possessed by the will of Liquid Snake through his severed arm, and plans to hunt down the Lale Lule Lo, the Patriots, using Ocelot's knowledge, which makes him a sextuple agent, septuple, dectuple agent. Snake pursues Liquid Snake, Solid Snake, as Arsenal loses control. It crashes into Manhattan. Raiden is contacted by an AI who impersonates the Colonel and Rose. It says that GW was the only AI destroyed, and that the real purpose is to control human thought to prevent society's regression in the digital era from trivial information drowning knowledge and truth. They order Raiden to kill Solidus, and refusal will result in the death of Olga's child and Rose. After Raiden defeats Solidus, Snake appears after tracking Liquid's ray. Snake and Otacon go to rescue Olga's child and locate the Lale Lule Lo, whose details were hidden in the virus disk. Raiden's reunited with the real Rose. They decode the disk, and they find that it has data on all 12 members of the Patriots' highest council, the Wiseman's Committee. However, the members have been dead for 100 years. Which leads into Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. No, this is a good one.
No.
So
it isn't.
Snake, Solid Snake, realizes he only has a year left to live because of Werner syndrome, but he doesn't have Werner syndrome. It's like this thing where it doesn't fucking matter. He's turning really old really quick, and Snake is tasked by Campbell, who's now working with the United Nations Security Council, to assassinate Liquid Ocelot, who is actually Revolver Ocelot, but Liquid's controlling him, so we call him Liquid Ocelot, in a Middle Eastern war zone occupied by one of his private military companies. Snake meets a guy named Draben, an arms dealer, who injects Snake with some nanomachines so he can use the latest weaponry, which are like nanomachine ID'd, so you can't use someone else's gun. And he also gives these to Meryl, who you might remember from Metal Gear 2, Solid 1, one of those. So he gives it to Meryl. Snake finds Liquid Snake, but Liquid uses a beacon that transmits a signal that fucks with everybody that has nanomachines in them. And Snake sees Dr. Naomi Hunter, who was in Metal Gear Solid 1 as the chief of Foxhound's medical staff, who departs with Liquid Snake. So Snake follows him to South America, finds Naomi, who is a captive, and explains that Liquid plans to use Big Boss's, not Venom Snake, Big Boss's, the original Naked Snake's biometrics, to access and take command of the Patriots, the Lale Lule Lo, firearms control system. By the way, the Patriots, who have been dead for 100 years, invented nanomachines, and in these nanomachines they've made it so that anyone who hears the name the Patriots can't understand what anyone is saying, and instead the phrase the Patriots is replaced with Lale Lule Lo. so they can remain hidden. Are you part of the Lale Lule Lo? Uh-huh. The Lale Lule Lo. By the way, in Metal Gear Solid 2, the Colonel tells you to turn your game console off. And it shows you a fake game over screen. Because Hideo Kojima is a fucking genius. Snake locates Naomi, blah blah blah. Fuck. He figures out that his accelerated aging isn't because of anything like crazy. It's literally how it was meant to happen. And also, he's been infected with the Fox Die virus, which will also mutate within months and kill anyone, literally everyone. So Liquid's soldiers capture Naomi again. Snake rescues her again, and Raiden, who's also there, gets injured by Vamp, who was a member of a Dead Cell from Romania. He was a knife-throwing specialist that had vampire-like abilities and attributes, including a taste for blood, superhuman strength, speed, the ability to walk on vertical walls and run across water. Vampire as his name both, or Vamp as his name both referred to the English word vampire and his bisexual orientation. So, yeah. He also heals unnaturally quick, but that's from the nano machines. So. Snake locates an Eastern European resistance group that'll help Raiden heal up, and they also have the comatose body of Big Boss. Its leader, Eva, from Metal Gear Solid 3, reveals that she was the surrogate mother to Snake and Liquid through the cloning process. They move Big Boss's body by boat, while Liquid's private military soldiers attack decoys. Liquid captures the body and obtains the biometrics, intending to infiltrate the Patriot system by using GW, the AI core from Metal Gear Solid 2, as a Trojan. U.S. soldiers arrive to arrest Liquid, but he kills them after disabling their firearms. Big Boss's body is set on fire, and Snake saves Eva after she tries to save it. Naomi leaves with Liquid, and Otacon tracks them. Eva seemingly dies from her injuries. Snake and Otacon learn that Liquid Ocelot aims to destroy the Patriots' master AI with a nuclear strike, allowing GW to take over. The Patriots, who've been dead for 100 years, got replaced with an AI council, I think by Zero, that manipulate the world's government to make a war economy, so that they can make wars to make money, so that they can make more wars to make more money. And they're not doing anything with it because everyone that controlled the AI died. So the AI's just kind of gone rogue. But they still kind of Illuminati it up, as opposed to like the philosophers. So a non-ID tagged warhead is needed from Metal Gear Rex at Shadow Moses in Alaska in order to make this nuclear strike. So Snake goes there and he's ambushed by Vamp, accompanied by Naomi. Vamp is killed when his self-healing nanomachines are disabled via an injection, and Naomi reveals that she has terminal cancer. So, overcome with guilt for her mistakes, she just disables the nanomachines keeping her alive and dies. Snake and Raiden use Metal Gear Rex to escape and fend off Liquid piloting a Metal Gear Ray. Liquid reveals Outer Haven, not Heaven, fucker, a modified Arsenal gear. Raiden saves Snake from being crushed before the USS Missouri, captained by Mei Ling, arrives and forces Haven to retreat. Snake, Meryl, and Johnny, you might remember him.
No.
The guy that shits himself?
Oh,
Board Haven when it services to launch the nuke. At the core, Snake installs a virus coded by Naomi and Sunny into Liquid's Trojan. It destroys not only the core AI, but the entire Patriot network that was controlling global affairs, leaving the necessities for civilization to survive. Atop Haven, Liquid explains to Snake that what are you doing? Are you playing Raid Shadow Legends? Why?
No, I'm not actually.
Atop Haven, Liquid explains to Snake that he allowed the virus's installation to destroy the Patriots. The two fist fight, like straight up fist fight, on top of a submarine in the middle of the ocean, constantly injecting themselves with booster shots because they're both old men, and just beat the shit out of each other. And it's the best thing I've ever seen. What a thrill! You know, it's crazy. And Liquid Ocelot becomes Ocelot again just before he dies. It turns out that the left arm wasn't the thing that possessed him. Crazy, right? He actually went through hypnotherapy so he could become Liquid. Meryl reconciles with her father, Campbell, and marries Johnny, the guy that shits himself. Raiden reunites with Rose after learning that their child was not miscarried and that her marriage to Campbell was just a ruse to protect them from the Patriots. Snake visits the boss's grave at a cemetery, having no further purpose, and to prevent an epidemic from the fox dye inside his body, Snake attempts suicide, but he relents. Snake is then met by Big Boss, the guy whose body they burned. Turns out that body was Solidus Snake from the last Metal Gear, not this one. Alright? So the real Big Boss was alive this whole time, and he has Zero, the leader of Cypher, in a wheelchair with him. He reveals that the Patriots were actually founded by himself, Zero, Ava, Ocelot, Signet, and Paramedic to realize the will of the original boss, his mentor, Naked Snake, from Metal Gear Solid 3. Differing interpretations of her will split the group into two factions: Zeros, which stood for government control of society to prevent conflict, and Big Bosses, where soldiers fought for personal belief unrestrained by governments. Zero gave all his control to the AI, the Patriots, the Lale Lule Lo, and after Big Boss's downfall in Zanzibar, the Patriots placed him in an induced coma and later initiated, the war economy, which was a vision far from the boss's will. Ocelot and Ava plan to restore Big Boss by destroying the Patriots. The possession of Ocelot through Liquid was just a ruse to draw their attention. Big Boss pulls Zero's life support and lets him die. And he tells Snake that the nanomachines from Draben that he got at the start of the game contained the fox dye virus, engineered by the Patriots to kill everyone who was a member of Fox, Ava, Ocelot, Big Boss. So with the new strain supplanting the mutated strain that he got in the beginning of the game, he poses no risk of becoming a biological weapon unless he lives long enough for it to mutate, which it won't. After understanding his mentor's will, I still have Revengeance. And telling Snake to find a new reason to keep living, Big Boss dies of the fox dye virus after saluting and crawling down next to the original boss's grave. Solid Snake decides to live the rest of the time he has left peacefully with Otacon, who was Huey Emmerich son, and Sonny, which leads into Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, which is the last Metal Gear game. You're welcome. So this one follows Raiden, and it's set a long time after the other Metal Gears. While Raiden's providing security detail in an unnamed African country for its prime minister, Namani, he and his team are attacked by a rogue private military company named Desperado. And while Raiden fights off their forces, their leader, Sundowner, kidnaps Namani. Raiden chases after them, battling a Metal Gear, but it's too late to save Namani from being executed. Sundowner's comrade, Jetstream Sam, challenges Raiden to a duel, cutting off Raiden's left eye and arm. He nearly executes Raiden, but Boris arrives and saves him, and he gives Raiden a cyborg body. You might know the song Rules of Nature, and they run when the sun comes up with their lives on the line. Yeah, that was this game. So Raiden, now a fucking cyborg ninja like Gray Frox from Metal Gear Solid 1, and Metal Gear, one of them, is literally cool. He runs through cutting the shit out of literally anybody and everything. There's a point where he cuts a Metal Gear in half, and it's awesome. So Raiden is defeating this private military company, doing his job, and he finds out that they've been kidnapping children and putting them through VR training to condition their brains to become killers, then placing them in cybernetic bodies. Raiden resigns from whoever the fuck he's working for, with a robot dog that he reprogrammed at his side, and launches a one-man assault on their headquarters in Denver, Colorado. And the guys who was originally with unofficially provide support. Raiden kind of becomes conflicted over the fact that he's killed like 1,000 people, but eventually he just decides to become Jack the Ripper when he encounters the guy that originally cut him to shit, and he destroys him. He learns from a dude that sitting U.S. Senator Armstrong is carrying out an operation to assassinate the President of the United States during peace negotiations with Pakistan to ensure another war on terror. So Raiden goes to fight this senator who, by the way, is infused with nanomachines and thinks that society should be survival of the fittest. And Armstrong, who played college football, kicks Raiden's cybernetic ass. Bam, boom, bam, boom, bam, bam, boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, boom. And Raiden eventually has to go get Sam's Jetstream sword, which allows him to cut through the nanomachine's son and kill Armstrong. Maverick receives approval to create a new cyborg staffing firm, allowing them to shelter the orphans' brains and give them a chance at a better life, while George and the robot dog go live at Solus with Sonic. And although Desperado's defeated and the brain-taking operation's kind of gone, World Marshal remains in business. And after having contemplated Senator Armstrong, who played college football, by the way, final words, he decides not to rejoin Maverick, and instead decides to fight his own war, and that's the story of Metal Gear. Which leads into Death Stranding.
You're done, right?
It. Yeah, no, I think that's it.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. You want to watch The Sopranos?
No.
What are you doing?
You can play Metal Gear Solid.
That's so based. 3?
No, I'm not playing any of them.
Bro, please play 3. Just download a PS2 emulator.
Mm-mm.
Why?
Did you just say download a PS2 emulator?
Yeah. I did it. Micah did it.
What console is Persona 3 on?
All right, there.
Bro, I got a
download
PS2.
Download a Metal Gear Solid 3 ISO, bro. It's a masterpiece of a game.
I'm good.
Okay. What are you going to do then?
I don't know yet.
Okay. You going to play Splinter Cell?
I was thinking about it.
God, I got to piss so bad, but it's cutscene. I can't pause it. 1 second. All right, baby. All right, I'm back. What's this? Is this 1?
Mm-hmm.
You're playing the first Splinter Cell?
Yep.
You're batshit insane, dude.
Why?
This is crazy. Splinter Cell has a crossover with Metal Gear and Splinter Cell Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Why the hell is jump shift? What?
You know,
Mouse wheel to control speed?
that's in Tarkov, man.
Why would I need to do that? What?
Okay, so it's like this it's this cobblestone road, right? Nice and ancient. Ottoman Empire, right? And some of the stones they would have a little carved dip in them where rainwater would pool for stray and wild animals, right? Uh, and someone said we still do that and posted a picture of like your average Chicago road with like a million potholes in it. Is Luke doing this shit to you too?
What?
He sent me like a positive message.
Who did?
Luke. I sent him the Muerte Fan de Husband Hotel.
He did send me a positive message.
Alright, call him cringe.
How did I? It's 3. Okay.
Stone Toss NFT sold out in under 30 minutes. Man made almost $2 million in crypto.
Oh my god. Great animation.
If he sent me more positive shit, I'm gonna block him. How dare he?
Wait, how do I equip my lockpick?
I could move this one. Let's see.
Control. Dude, it's equipped right now.
It lives in the sink. Oh god, it lives in the sink. 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 It lives in the sink.
Oh, what?
I just dragged him back. The stream says BRB or going to get food. My dog on the stream. Slowly, Jakey.
This is not. They don't have my resolution.
It's an old game, man.
What?
Netflix made Cowboy Bebop? Oh my god, it was live action!
Yes.
I didn't know about this. Someone says sometimes I wonder if my suicide attempt all those years back was actually successful and this is actually hell.
Why is the video game pitch black?
Cotton candy flavored mac and cheese.
Dude, that's so strange.
What happened in the group chat? Luke posted like a million photos of ramen. Pumpkin spice ramen. Micah was AFK long enough, he got kicked to the main menu. Okay, hold
Damn.
on. I've got juicy intel. I think he's at his computer.
Who?
Micah. Hold up. Let me check again. 1 second. Okay, I'm fucking retarded. He's not. He's not there. I figured it out.
What the hell?
Oh, by the way, Jacob, I asked Micah some very important questions. I'd like you to answer them too. All right, Jacob. You're with your wife, okay? Or you're not with your wife, but you have a wife, okay, and she's pregnant, all right?
Mhm.
And she's giving birth today. She's at the hospital, and she calls you to come, but it's raid night for the guild. What do you do? What's your
Don't have to tell
priority?
you, Miller.
What's yeah? We know you're running savage with us. Let's fucking go, 8-man raid. All right, Jacob. Next question. Since you're clearly loyal to the free company, uh, your wife, angry with you for not coming to the birth to raid with your guild, at least requests you break up with your EB, who is a very good at crafting cat girl in Final Fantasy XIV. Do you choose your Final Fantasy XIV eternal bond or your real wife with your real child? Take your time.
I have no answer for you.
Is it too difficult to choose?
Damn, they hurt me.
All right, Jacob. Your wife, she's in a car crash. She's not going to survive, but she'll live long enough to give you her last words, and you'll get to see her one last time if you hurry to the hospital now. But it's raid night, and we need you for our 8-man prog on Unending Coils of Bahamut Ultimate. Where you at?
Miller, please.
Where you at, bro?
Oh, I didn't need to go in here at all. But I could knock this guy out.
We was not supposed to know this many people existed, let alone they thought.
Oh my god. This shit is ridiculous.
For being AFK.
I'm in Turkish airspace.
This game's kind of similar to Metal Gear in a few ways. Jacob, what are you gonna do when you run out of that? Actually, wait a minute. You don't get carded, do you?
Buy more, dude.
Yeah, you don't get carded, do you?
Mm-mm.
Hog. All right, I'm driving up there. Wait, Jacob, just send me it in the mail, bro.
Send you what?
One, go up to the store, bro. Buy me one. Send me it in the mail. Be a homie. Get arrested.
Mm-mm.
Damn. I'll send you $5.
Mm-mm.
You can keep the free Nick.
That's gone.
Yeah.
First week.
You fell for the meme yet?
I'm about to splinter the cell.
Fortnite is the only place where you can see Ariana Grande and the Uchiha bloodline. Why did the fifth estate?
This skybox goes crazy. Is there fall damage? Yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna play Final Fantasy III.
I'm loving Splinter Cell. What an awesome video game. Dude, what the hell? The fuck am I supposed to do? You kidding me?
Oh, I just read the new Schizo conspiracy theory.
What is it?
Okay, all right. So the reason people are so batshit insane recently is because the world's been controlled by parasitic, mind-bending, sentient worms. Parasites in your intestines. Okay, the parasite Toxoplasma gondii, for example, infects rodents and changes their behavior to make them more likely to be eaten by cats, where this parasite can reproduce. Therefore, maybe. Uh, Just take deworming medication and wait a week. Wow. Mysterious. Wait, what is this? There's a PDF? Alright, I'm going to send all this to Craig and he's going to believe it.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh wow, it goes into demons on page 48. How much weight can a catheter support? Wow, I'm sending all this schizo shit to Craig. He's gonna love it. Oh my god. It goes into Orochimaru from Naruto.
As
This
it
is
should.
the best schizo post I've ever read. Edible tissues? Damn, I gotta stop reading this Schizo post.
That bad?
It's 64 pages. It's a manifesto. Jacob, you know You back, bro? You back? You back? You back, gamer? You back? Are you back? Are you back?